Hi, my name is Cecelia Hayden Smith. Everybody at my church calls me Mama C. I live in Washington, D.C., so I go to MCC, Washington, D.C. And I've been in it 30 years this August. I've been there 30 years in this August, and I love it, but I didn't come in loving it because I was kind of really mad at churches. And I feel like after all these years, I feel like when God get ready for you to do what you're supposed to do, you don't have a choice, because somebody comes along and they ask you to come, or do you know about it, or something like that. And I guess he knew it was my time to try to be ready to do what I needed to do to finish taking care of myself. It is all, well, when I first started in D.C., the church had a lot of mostly white men. It was a lot better, from what I could understand, than my partner, who has been there for 45 years, I think. And she said when she come, it was only one black person other than herself. And I think it was her and two or three more women, period. That was all. And she had said that she asked the Lord, what in the world am I doing here? And but she said it came back that she was supposed to help it to change. And I feel like that since I am a very outspoken person, that I have contributed some, but you know, sometimes people get angry because they think that, you know, Cecelia always speaks her mind, and if something don't suit her, she's gonna run her mouth or whatever, because, and then they get angry. You know, everybody that smiles in your face at church is not your friend. And the other piece of that is that sometimes things hurt in church. I don't think that doesn't happen any place you go. But you know, our church say we're inclusive. Everything the other churches aren't, which a lot of it is true. But the race thing is everywhere all the time, period. I mean, you can't walk across the floor or hall to the next neighbor that you don't have to talk about some kind of thing with race going on. And I always like to say, people say, you know, racism, you sounding racist or whatever. And I always tell people, everybody in the world usually are prejudiced of something or someone. But racism is an institution that one person cannot be. And that all that we do to try to make it better, it still needs to be better, because with the hatred that's going on now in our government, head of our government, the other people that had hatred in their heart all the time feels really empowered to beat us up, to do anything they want to do to people of color, gay people. They just feel like they do. All them alphabets and stuff. I'm 73. I ain't gonna get that together today. I'm nervous. But I just feel like as a woman of color who's 73, and I just feel like that we have to keep striving to make MCC the model of what the world can be like, because I feel like that is that's something that God wants us to do. I feel like that's something God wanted Troy to do from the very beginning. And of course, it's like anything else, it has to grow. And as we grow, any institution, you have a lot of growing pains. And the growing pains really hurt sometimes. They really feel bad. They really make you want to strangle somebody, and somebody want to strangle you. It really hurts sometimes when you feel isolated or feel like, okay, I'm a talk. I'm the only one that get up and speak my mind, so I'm the angry black woman, and all this kind of stuff. But I believe that if you don't tell somebody what it is that they did that bothered you, then they'll never know. They'll never know how to correct it. They'll never know how to do it. They'll never know how to do anything. And if I don't tell it, then inside, I become the one that's all messed up. I'm the one that's not angry. I'm not angry. I usually speak my mind. And sometimes I can do it very eloquently, and sometimes I can't. It depends on what I feel at the particular time that I'm talking. But as a whole, we used to travel a lot, and everywhere we went, we tried to go to MCCs. And I can tell you, down in North Carolina and different places that we went, we were always treated, me and my partner was always treated wonderfully. But I think when you in a church all the time, that's when you see the warts and pimples and all the things that people are not wanting to break. They want to just stay in their little clique and do what they want to do, and you want to stay in your little clique and do what you want to do. But I think as a church, if we develop the plans that we develop all the time with what our mission is and what we want to do, I think that there's no way that we won't grow. And as long as we keep having meetings like PAD that have these wonderful speakers like they have in there this weekend to do the work, I think we cannot fail. We must not fail because of the life that people live. They're so scared. They're so scared to come out and afraid of so many things. And the one other thing I want to say before I shut up, because I do talk a lot. I'm working in Washington, D.C. with a friend of mine, and her father left her some property, and she's doing Mary's House, which is a senior house for gay and lesbian people. And it's going to be like a communal house. It's going to be little suites. So even if you have a mate, it's enough room for that mate to come with you. And the reason why is because I told her, it was in her mind, but I'm an ambassador that speaks for Mary's House. And what I say is that our people, especially people of color, when they lose their mate and all the friends and stuff around them die, and somebody put them in a nursing home because they don't want to be bothering them because Aunt so-and-so is gay or whatever, and they go back in the closet. And they don't, people don't want people to come and visit them because not only are the other people in the nursing home mean to that person, the staff gets mean, they hit them, they do terrible things to them. And I always tell this story because I want people to understand and know how important this is for the gay community, is that a very good friend of mine had his legs cut off because he was a diabetic. And so they put him in what they call a rehabilitation place or whatever, so he could learn to do whatever he needed to do. And one of the night nurses found out that he was gay, and so he raped him every night. He couldn't do anything because his legs and things was cut off, and he got threatened that if he did tell anybody, he would hurt him even more. And so he got better and came home, and then the last thing, they told him that he was going to have to go back because he needed to learn some more things. And he killed himself because he would rather die than to be in a place where he was so mistreated. So we have, as MCCers, we have to be the ones that build things, to do things, to make sure that our older generation, and even the ones that's real young now is going to be older by and by, get the care and the love that they need until they die. And I thank you for allowing me to share.